That Mayo experience.
Christmas has come early, friends. It is the NFL schedule release live on the Pat Mayo Experience, presented by Underdog. You smash the like, you tell some friends, you sub to the network. And if you're listening on the audio podcast feed, rate and review tomorrow when you wake up and listen to this nonsense. Cust is here. Geoff is on the line. Look at your hand. You have some sort of disease I don't know about?
This hockey game is going on, and I know my schedule's out, and I don't know what I've got. And you said it's Christmas, but like I don't remember Christmas Eve being like so bad that like I could, like it was a happy type of excitement. This is not happy excitement. This is terrified excitement.
Well, let's start here. I don't want to get to the Jets schedule just yet. The Chargers schedule.
All right.
Got some primetime games. We got week one.
Sure.
We have the international schedule. So, go ahead. Yes, sir.
You're starting with me?
You sounded like you had something to say when you talked.
No. He's going to start with like basic conversation about some of the highlights of the schedule before he gets into you and me.
Okay, good. I just trying to mentally prepare myself. I actually don't really know anything.
No, me neither.
Well, tell us how you feel about the Thanksgiving Eve game.
I think this is so lame. Black Friday was a stretch, but now we're going to have a Wednesday night game, which also like it's Wednesday. So like that's really messing with the integrity of the schedule. I hate Wednesday games. And then you're going to have 3 on Thanksgiving and 1 on Friday. It's like it really like there is a limiting principle of how much NFL football is good to have solo. And there's a point at which you do become overexposed. I'm concerned that as they just keep growing and growing and growing from like 2 international games to like 15 and now extra Thanksgiving, it's becoming too much. 5 games, like how are we going to do that week 12 show? Are we going to do like 5 games now? We're going to do like the Thanksgiving Eve and the 3 Thanksgiving and Black Friday. Like Thanksgiving was so special because you had the 3 games to start. Now we're going to have something preceding it. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit.
So
Geoff, how are we going to do it, Pat? How are we going to do a show with 5 games instead of 4? How are we going to figure it out?
I'll feel like I can figure it out.
Oh, so you're a fan of this, are you, Geoff? You're a fan of the...
Well, to your point, I mean, before the Wednesday, there's going to be a Monday night or 2 days before that. So there's going to be Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. That'll feel weird. My wife will hate it, but I love ball. I like Friday. I thought Friday was smart right away. I never felt like you felt about that Black Friday. This one feels like they could be pushing it, but I don't know. I don't have holiday or family obligations, so give me football.
I'm
in Canada.
I'm with Cust. There's a lot of diminishing returns with this stuff. And part of the draw of the NFL is that it's Sunday. And you have the game on Thursday, you have the game on Monday, but it's Sunday. You look forward to it all week. This is starting to feel too much like college football, where it's like, it's Maction Tuesday. It's like, all right, like, let's calm down here.
It's too much, just they're flooding the zone too much.
That's it.
Yeah.
Not to get Geoff upset, but they're flooding the zone.
Like the Thanksgiving Eve game is the Packers at the Rams.
Okay, that's a good game.
Which counts as a primetime game. The Rams have the most primetime games at 7.
Boy,
I tell you, one of my takeaways, because I'm selfish, is usually by now, because I'm not off the internet, but I did a good job of staying away and blocking some of those leaking accounts. I'll unblock, but I've usually found out about the Chargers being included in something special, and they certainly weren't this year. The Rams are everywhere.
So Rams, Packers, what do we got on Thanksgiving?
Thanksgiving game 1, Chicago at Detroit.
That's a great game. It's a classic, traditional, like every other year type of game.
Who do you think Dallas's opponent is?
We know, Philadelphia. They already announced it.
Philly at Dallas, and the Thanksgiving night game is Chiefs at Bills.
Ooh.
That's a game.
That's wow. That's bigger than that game usually is. They usually put like 2 middling teams in that late game. I mean, the Chiefs did score the greatest regulation rating of all time last year against Dallas for Thanksgiving. So I guess they just want more Chiefs on at Thanksgiving. And the Bills, that makes sense. Is that game in Arrowhead or Buffalo?
Buffalo.
Who broadcasts that game?
NBC. That's an NBC game. They get the late game.
CBS, like losing your Allen Mahomes game.
CBS last year had the early No. Last year, Fox had the early game, and the Chiefs had so CBS was always going to get the Lions game this year. So Lions Bears is a pretty good get for them.
And then the Black Friday game is Broncos at Steelers.
I feel like that came
like that to me is that's a Thursday.
Yeah, Jeff, I understand that some of it has come out, but I'm also
didn't know
on
that.
the schedule release show.
Tim is great. Tim doesn't know anything.
I knew a couple of these big, like I knew the Eagles Philly game or Eagles Cowboys game was the big game Thanksgiving. That Black Friday game smells like the usual night game on Thanksgiving.
That game doesn't feel fun enough.
No, it doesn't. It feels like 13-10.
Like they could be good teams, but are they going to be entertaining?
How good are the Steelers going to be? I don't think very good.
Saying,
but I mean,
if they are good, they're not going to be entertaining.
No, but it's a safe draw for Amazon to get that because, of course, they're going to do big numbers. All right.
So are these games evergreen safe draws?
Some of them are.
I guess they got to go. They feel like they want to go to Pittsburgh. Okay, whatever.
I don't think I've watched the Black Friday game ever.
I unfortunately have.
Yeah, you watched the Tim Boyle Hail Mary.
Hail Mary pick 6. Last year's game was great. It was Eagles Bears, and the Bears were big underdogs and won that game.
Oh yeah, why?
And like established themselves.
So I don't go out of my way to watch it. It's a lot like the Christmas games where just
I don't like the Christmas games.
I'm doing stuff on Christmas.
I don't like the Christmas game. What do we got? Do you have Christmas?
So Christmas, there are 4 games.
Yeah, but it's just Friday for us here. So yeah, you're just busy. You're working.
Yeah, there's a Christmas Eve game, and
because Christmas Eve falls on a Thursday this year.
So Texans at Eagles on Christmas Eve.
That's a good game.
Packers Bears to kick off Christmas.
That's a really good game.
Bills Broncos.
That's a good game.
And then Rams Seahawks, the late game.
Okay, so they just want to ruin my Christmas because those those are all games you gotta want to watch. You got to see. Those are excellent games. Christmas falls on a Friday.
Shows. Is Tim allowed hockey updates or no?
It's 3-3. You can tell me beyond the 3-3.
Montreal just scored.
Yes. Who scored?
I'm not smart enough.
Jared? All right. This is great
Jared
radio.
can tell you.
Oh my God, they scored again.
It's 5-3?
It's 5-3.
Yes! All right.
All right,
let's
good
go.
Vibes, Tim. Good mood. Okay, good. Now you're not stressed, right? This is the less stress you've probably felt all day then right now.
Woo! All right.
High, and this will make you feel even better. There are 5 teams that do not have a primetime game in 2026. Can you guess the 5?
Of those
Arizona.
5 teams, how many have a solo game, like an international game that would cost? Because
I don't know.
Because I thought you either had to have a Thursday or an international game.
No, they took away that everyone plays a Thursday. I think a couple years ago, that was like Amazon has slowly been getting better games. I don't know if you noticed. They've gone from like they've started getting better
if there's
games.
5
on
teams that don't have a primetime game,
Arizona,
and you're bringing it up.
Well,
they've
I've
done
been
it.
going through everything.
They've done
we
it.
can do the international.
They've done it to me, haven't they? They've not given me a primetime game, have they?
I said you were going to enjoy this one, so try to guess the 5 teams.
Jets.
Correct.
Unbelievable. The Giants get to start the season on Sunday Night Football, and I don't get a single primetime game. What are you doing? What do you mean? Okay, hold on.
Are you joking?
You're joking with
serious?
you must be trying to mess with me. Surely we have a pointless Thursday nighter against like the Cardinals.
I am messing with you.
Okay.
The answer is the Raiders do not have a primetime game, nor do the Titans, the Cardinals, Dolphins. Oh, it is the Jets.
I'm shocked the Raiders don't.
The Habs are winning, though.
I'm shocked the Raiders didn't get a game.
I actually am surprised, too, the Raiders didn't get like a Thursday nighter against like the Broncos or something to show off Mendoza.
He skipped on the White House, and this is what happens to him.
You don't give me a single primetime game. Look, I understand. The Jets did Park Avenue poorly 2 seasons ago when we were terrible and we had like a million. So I get that. But did not even give us a Thursday game. I don't even like the Thursday games that much.
Well, you
should
be happy.
Get a primetime game like week 3.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, it should be like Jets, Panthers, or
it's
something.
It's okay because the
Giants
Giants
have
have
a late
6.
primetime game.
They have
could
6.
Suck.
They have 6. That
I think Tim, I'm on your side. That's bullshit.
They don't really have 6.
Oh, thank goodness.
That's bullshit that you have 0 primetime.
That is
Well, why are you trying to run out teams with like 5 win totals on primetime? They're trying to get away from that.
I'm just being nice to Tim. I'm sucking up to him.
They're treating this like it's the Pro Bowl where I get nothing again.
Do you know how bad they must think a New York team is to not give them a Thursday nighter?
You know what? I'll tell you this right now. This is bulletin board material. If Aaron Glenn is worth his salt, he puts this schedule up on the bulletin board and says, they have such little faith in you that they don't have you playing in primetime. Well, force them to flex you in.
You'll get there, I guess. No? They flex everything now.
Yeah, but like the Colts only got like 1 flex last year, and they went like 9-0 to start. So like even then, you might get 1.
Until you pick them to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but you're New York, not Indy. If you're actually good, they will get you there, I think.
I can't...
But it is rude. It is rude to not get an invitation.
I feel personally insulted.
How many primetime games do I have?
Well, the most primetime games, the Rams have 7. The Packers, Chiefs, Bills, and Seahawks have 6.
Well, that all is perfectly reasonable.
Also, in the Odyssey length Chargers schedule release video, Jeff, that is over 6 minutes long, in the Chargers-Patriots game, there's a Rossini Vrabel drop.
Well, I did see the NFL said today they were not going to intervene one way or the other on whether teams wanted to make reference to that. They would leave it to their own discretion.
The organizations could use their own judgment on what's tasteful, I think is what they said.
Okay.
Listen, the Chargers have been doing these schedule drops that have been hits. I'm an old man, so I don't get them. They've done anime, they did Roblox. It's I don't understand any of it. So
right.
it's
give me my schedule.
Read me the schedule.
They are officially trying too hard at this point.
I agree, but Pat, we win Webbies, not Super Bowls, okay? We win internet awards.
Give us a single primetime game. It's a slap in the face.
It's a marquee franchise of New York as well.
It's not of New York. The Giants are the Giants are the bigger New York team. I don't dispute that. But we're one of the 3 biggest teams in the AFC, and we're in the biggest market. They don't give us a single primetime game when we've got all the best skill position players. It's an insult. It's an absolute insult.
Hey, you picked up Tim Patrick. Forgot about that.
So before we get I had certain parameters that would make me not complain about the schedule. Well, one's already failed. I had 3 basic things I wanted. 1, I do not want to start against the Dolphins or Titans.
You don't want to start against a shitty team.
I do not want to start against the Dolphins it has to be a road game because the Giants are at home on Sunday night. I don't want to start in Miami because it's 1,000 degrees there. It's unfair. I want to play them late in the year. And I do not want...
it's hot for them, too. Right?
And I do not... But they always play there. And I do not want...
They cheat there with the sideline, which I actually think is...
And I don't want...
I don't know why the league allows it.
Tennessee, because Jeff will back me up on this. He knows last year they made me play Pittsburgh first to humiliate me versus Rodgers. A couple years before that, they humiliated me by playing the Panthers against me in Darnold's first game against the Jets. So I do not want Salah's first ever game as a head coach to be against the Jets. So I don't want Jets or I don't want Dolphins or Titans week. No. Oh, no. I don't want... I wanted at least one Monday or Sunday non-Thursday game, and I want to make sure that whoever we play coming off by isn't also coming off by. All right, go ahead. Tell me my.
Oh, we're
Miami
not there yet.
week
We have to
one.
go over the international schedule.
Well, those I know. Those have been published. But go ahead.
I'm reading.
But yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Not everyone's you.
No, I know. Go ahead.
Jets at Titans week 1.
Ah! See, I knew it. They hate me. They hate. I'm like the opposite of Sally Field. They hate me. They really hate me.
They really do.
You can back me up on this, Jeff. They do this on purpose.
They
to
go
the Jets.
out of their way. It's like somebody being invited to a wedding, doing the wedding circuit with their best friends, and always being sat next to an ex they really don't like. And you even ask the host, please don't put me there. Put me anywhere. And you get there, and they're still at your table. They do it to the Jets every year. Tim might be insane, but at this point, there's a pattern with these week 1 games and them wanting to embarrass the Jets.
On the bright side, that's a win.
That's 1-0.
At least.
At least 1-0.
Well, we have a tough schedule.
One game, at least 1-0.
I think even in Nashville, I don't even think the power of Doug can help them in that game. I hope not. But of course, if Salah wins, He's gonna spend the whole post game talking what it was like to beat the Jet. Now he'll be more gracious than Rodgers was last year.
Maybe he won't.
But
Maybe he's like, fuck them. Fucking Brick Johnson fired me.
Very, very, very. Well, I'll tell you what. Like Glenn's job is on the line real early.
They lose week 1, he's fired.
Well, I mean, he may not go at that point.
Why are you holding the mic like that?
Look, I don't know. Don't criticize me on the mic tonight, okay?
I just don't want you to break. These are. How much do you think that costs?
I don't know. $300.
It's a bit more than that.
Okay.
And there's the cord.
Fair
which
enough.
will also get damaged.
Or you might get electrocuted.
That's true too.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Go through the international games, please.
Week 1 for the international game, Jeff. You know it. It's San Francisco at the Los Angeles Rams in Melbourne.
I play both of those teams this year. If there's little sweet nothings every fan asks for, it would be an honor. It would be an honor to draw one of them in week 2.
They don't. The Rams actually get the Giants coming back from Australia.
Great.
That's a great spot for okay.
And that is a Monday Night Football game.
The Giants get to start the season with 2 primetime games. This team won 3 games last year. And they get their best receiver, who is real questionable as to whether his recovery has not been positive news.
No, it has not.
Like that team.
I had that injury. It's devastating. I'm not in shape or young, but it's no joke.
2 primetime games to start. Unbelievable. I shouldn't say unbelievable. It honestly fits a consistent pattern with favoritism.
So obviously it's Monday, you said. Obviously the Rams get an extra day.
And San Francisco doesn't.
Listen, I'm not there. Like, this isn't the second leg of the back-to-back England situation for the Jags, but I think there's the potential that both the Rams and the 49ers get their freaking asses kicked week 2. Like, I don't know who the 49ers are playing.
Probably on Sunday Night Football.
No. So the Giants get one of the teams coming back from Australia. Guess who gets the other team coming back from Australia?
It's not me,
The
obviously.
49ers. No. The Seahawks?
It is a home game against the Miami Dolphins.
Well, I mean, like, at least I guess they're giving them.
Tim, you're thinking what I'm thinking. It's such a bad thing being sent there. Kyle Shanahan was complaining. We're going to give you the easiest game we can give you off that
They gave the
trip.
Dolphins a primetime game because they weren't on your list of teams that didn't have primetime
No,
games.
that's just a regular.
But they gave the Dolphins one at some point in the season because you didn't mention them in the 5
No,
teams.
the Dolphins were the first team that I mentioned. That's why I initially said that you'd find this funny.
I'm sorry. I was so blinded with rage. I wasn't listening.
Turned into
Okay,
Jeff.
I step off that those teams are going to crush them because now it seems like the league has given them opponents. I see what the league did here, and I have to respect the league because going to Australia is that's the worst thing you could do.
You really out on Australia, huh?
I'm out. If my team, if my team had to go there, I'd be crying. To start the year, your season's just over. Watch, next year I'll be sent to Tokyo or something, and I'll cry.
Do you think that Yahoo Serious is going to do the opening coin toss?
I know all those words, but I don't understand them in that.
Week 3, Ravens at Dallas in Rio de Janeiro.
That's a huge game for international.
Yeah, that's got to be like an America's Game of the Week. I'd assume, right?
I don't know.
I assume that's a Sunday at 5:00 game.
Let me figure it out. Let's see.
It's
Dallas.
not prime time?
No, that'd be an America's Game of the Week, I think.
It just says Brazil.
Yeah, that's you're right. That's going to be America's Game of the Week against an AFC. Yeah, against the Raider. Yeah, the Chargers versus
Arizona
the Jags,
or something.
Some
Yeah.
shitty death spot.
That is
There's
actually
no other
not.
game.
That is actually not true. That is not who the Chargers will be playing in Week 3. They will be. Why is that? That's just a regular 1 p.m. start for the Chargers in Week 3, Jeff.
No, I'm talking about like the game.
They'll have one other game on.
No, I understand that, but it's not the Chargers.
Yeah, it'll be like one other game. It'll be like
Arizona versus
the
somebody
Raiders.
else bad will be in like the Saints.
We get 3 weeks of London, weeks 4, 5, and 6. Colts at Commanders, Eagles at Jags, Texans at Jags.
Did Colts Commanders play in Berlin last year?
I don't know.
Wasn't that?
That was Falcons.
I don't
Colts.
remember
okay,
the Jags ever playing a division game there.
No, me neither.
Maybe they played the Colts actually.
Maybe.
I vividly remember it was the Falcons. I was on the Falcons that week as underdogs, and they ended up going to overtime.
I think now that you say it, I
thought they were going to get screwed in overtime and lose by 6 and not the 5, and they ended up
The
covering.
most relevant thing from the England games is to see who gets the second leg opponent of the Jaguars in their back-to-back, and it's Houston, and that's one of the worst scheduling spots in the league, and it was given to Houston.
And a divisional opponent on top of that. Like, that's rough.
Week 7, Paris, France.
New Orleans is hosting, I know.
Hosting the Steelers.
That's a good game.
Madrid in week 9, Bengals at Falcons.
That could be an amazing game.
Or it could be terrible.
Burrow v. Tua.
If they're both healthy and playing then.
Munich game in week 10, Patriots at Lions. It's a pretty good game.
That's a great game.
That's a pretty good game.
And then Mexico City in week 11, Vikings at 49ers.
So the 49ers are doing 2 trips.
Yeah. They're doing a Mexico City game.
Mexico City is probably closer than like going to New England.
Okay, yeah, fair.
Probably equidistant. Probably like Mexico City is relatively southerly in Mexico.
I get it, but it's
I know what you mean.
Seattle, you have to travel to the East Coast. If it's farther, it's not that much farther.
But still, it's 2 international trips.
2 in Mexico?
Minnesota. The Vikings.
The Vikings were in Ireland last. Okay, yeah, I guess now there's so many games you can have. Some teams go 2 years in a row, unrelated to the Jags.
To be fair, I didn't want one, but now I kind of do because I don't.
Now you wish that you had a solo Prime Island game.
No, I don't get a solo game.
Well, Tim, here's the thing: if you go pretty much like a year without one, it feels like now you're almost guaranteed to be sent to one next year, and you almost just pray it's not like.
It'd be fine if it's a road game. I wouldn't mind burning one of our road games on a neutral site.
But that's why Shanahan was so mad too, because they feel the league manipulated a really big game, a competitive advantage for them, and took away a competitive disadvantage of the Rams because they flocked that game. It'd be like moving a Chargers-Raiders game in LA.
Yeah, I can see what you're saying.
Well, I think the time has come. The Jets schedule will be released right after this break. I never realized how much a bad mattress was wrecking my sleep until I switched to Helix, especially now that getting a full night's sleep simply can't happen with the baby around. I used to wake up in the middle of the night overheating, my back would be tight in the morning, and every time my wife moved, it felt like an earthquake on the other side of the bed. Not that she could be Typhoon's tag partner, but it was a rumble from the other side of the bed. Now, completely different. I'm sleeping throughout the night, when I can, when the baby's not waking me up, and when I do wake up, I feel rested, and honestly, my sleep tracking greatly improved. The best part with Helix is how easy they make it. You take these sleep quizzes, it matches you to the right mattress based on how you actually sleep, and it just shows up at your door. No wandering around a mattress store for 3 hours pretending to know what medium firm cooling support means. And there's a reason Helix is the most awarded mattress brand out there. Once you sleep on one, you get it. Take advantage of the Memorial Day sale, the best of the web, by going to helixsleep.com/Mayo right now and get yourself 27% off your new mattress. Lately, I've been trying to make our outdoor space somewhere where we actually want to spend time, because for the longest time, it was just random plastic chairs, an old table, and my grill, which is actually quite nice, but no one wanted to go out there, so we barely used the patio. Then I went on WAYFAIR and found patio furniture that actually matched the look that I wanted. Well, what my wife wanted. Clean setup, comfortable seating, outdoor rug, proper lighting. Now, we're out there all the time. What I liked was how easy WAYFAIR made it to find the stuff that both fit my style and budget. The reviews helped a ton too. So, get prepped for patio season for way less. Head to wayfair.com right now to shop all things home. That's WAYFAIR.com. WAYFAIR.
I say
every style, every home. Welcome back. Smash like while you're here. Sub to Mayo Media Network. NFL schedule release show. Should we talk about week 1 first and guess the spreads?
You know what? Let's talk about week 1 a little bit. That's fine. Let's do it. I love week 1.
Week 1.
The Thursday of a major, football-wise. Week 1.
Do you want to guess the spreads for week 1?
Are they out already, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Sure. Now I feel rusty, but sure. Let's do it.
So we'll do, I'm the one looking at them. Jeff, you versus Tim, and guess the spreads week 1. Do you think you can do it?
Yeah, I can lose, but I can do it.
Opening game of the year, a Wednesday in Seattle, Patriots at Seattle. A rematch of the Super Bowl. I just saw this game. I know how this one plays out.
6, Seattle.
Seattle 4.5.
It's Seattle by 3.5.
Yeah, I believe that. That makes sense.
That's the opening night. Then the Australia game, Niners at Rams.
Rams by 2.5.
That is correct, actually. So Jeff doesn't even get a chance to guess. Jeff, your guess first for the opening game of the Sunday slate, Saints at Lions.
Lions minus 6.
That is incorrect. Tim.
Lions by 7.5.
It is 7, so you get it.
Road Dome. I like New Orleans there.
You're getting shucked?
A road dome. I like New Orleans quite a bit this season coming in. I will say.
Oh, that's bad news.
I will say. I like shock. I like
do you like holding your microphone like that?
I kind of like the Saints there. They're live.
Bears at Panthers. Jeff.
Bears minus 2.
Incorrect.
Bears by 2.5.
That is correct. Bills at Texans on the early slate. Tim.
Whew.
That's a big early game for week
That was
one.
Josh Allen got his ass whipped in that game last year.
Texans by 1.
Incorrect. Jeff.
Bills by 1.
Texans by 1.5 is the current spread. Coolbet.com if you're in Canada, outside of Ontario. Hit the description. Get yourself the bonus at Sports 200 and go on your merry way. Fastest payouts in the biz. Buccaneers at Bengals. Jeff.
Wow, it's not an easy one. Bucks at Bengals. Bengals by 2.
I
Incorrect.
would have said 2.5 Cincinnati.
3.5 Cincinnati. You are winning 8-0 in Guess the Spreads, Tim. Baltimore at the Colts, Tim.
Oh, Baltimore.
Colts at Colts.
Yeah, Baltimore at the Colts. We don't know who's going to play quarterback. Is it? I think it's got to be the Ravens by 1.5.
And Jeff, what would you guess? Because that is incorrect.
Ravens by 2.
It is the Ravens by 3.5 in that game.
Yeah, we don't know who's playing quarterback. It's hard to.
Last game of the early slate. Jeff, you're leading it off. Falcons at Steelers.
Steelers by 2.
Incorrect.
Steelers by 3.
That is correct. 10-1. Late set of games. Packers at Vikings, Tim.
That's a good game. That's probably America's game of the week.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
It's at Vikings.
There's 2 late games in week 1, which sucks, by
There's
the way.
only 2 late games?
Yeah. Because you have the Wednesday game, the Thursday game.
And then, okay, so there's only 5 games left?
Yep.
Huh.
Unless there's some that aren't on the board.
Okay. Well, you didn't name Jets Titans, so I guess the spread's not out on that yet.
That is not out on that.
So
Oh, you have a Jets Titans spread? All right, Tim, go nuts.
Titans by 1.5.
Incorrect.
Jeff.
Titans at Jets.
No, it's Jets at Titans.
Sorry.
Has to be.
Jets Titans.
That is the game.
Titans by 2.
2.5. Titans by 2.5.
Yeah.
So there's another one that I don't have a spread for, but is a week 1 game. Jeff, will start with you. The Arizona Cardinals at the Los Angeles Chargers.
Ha! Tim!
You called it.
I someone just called and said, you know what, Pat, as the games were ticking away, like announced in prime time, opponents of mine on the year were playing each other. There were a few games left I could have. I said, you know what, Tim, I think I want Arizona. But Pat, this is going to be the biggest spread of the week. Chargers by 9.
Correct or incorrect, Jared? I don't have it.
Incorrect.
Tim?
Chargers by 7.5.
9.5.
Jeff knows the Chargers. Jeff gets it.
No, Pat, this is the problem though. So this is great. You know, on the
that would be a
golf
late
course
game.
all year, we're fine. It's a stress-free, it's a layup line game. Maybe it's even Carson Beck. Cool. Here's the downside. There's no scorn like being the team that eliminates people week 1 of suicide. And you haven't given me a game that's even close to like this.
And a
in terms
rematch
of
of
the
a Monday
spread.
night game 2 years ago where your coach went berserk and you lost.
Yeah, so there's a few of them that aren't on this site. So there's far more than 2 of the late games.
Okay.
Just some of the odds aren't out yet. Miami at Vegas. Tim.
Miami at Mendoza.
Raiders
I get it.
by
Mendoza
2.
versus the Dolphins. Yeah, Mendoza versus his hometown.
Mhm.
That's cute. The league got cute.
So you say Raiders by 2. Is that correct, Jared?
Do you want to guess?
No.
Raiders by 3.
I've already got it locked up, Jeff.
So the other game. So you were apparently correct that was America's game of the week.
I was playing to not lose by 10 though.
Vikings Bears is America's game of the week.
Packers.
Packers. What did I say? Packers Bears?
Yeah, it's Vikings.
Packers,
Spread
Vikings.
What's the game? It's Vikings versus who?
It's Packers at Vikings. But there's
Who
also
guesses?
we're done with the guessing now. The spread is Packers by
2?
1.5.
Gee, that's short.
Washington at Philly is also the late game. I thought that might have
That
been
had
What's
potential.
that? 5, 6?
I would have said Eagles by 3.5.
5.5 Eagles. Cowboys Giants on Sunday Night Football.
4,
Dallas
right?
by 7.
Dallas by
Now-
2.5.
That's
fair
come
enough.
down.
So the Bears are on Sunday night or Monday Night Football.
No, it's
Who are the Bears
that game's
playing?
been out. I know the Monday nighter. It was announced like the other day. It was
Chicago,
Broncos,
Carolina.
Chiefs,
Oh yeah,
right?
Chicago. Yeah, so the Monday nighter is Chiefs Broncos,
No, Chiefs Broncos is not on the board right now.
but that is the Monday night game.
The Monday night game is Broncos at Chiefs.
Yeah, and I would say I would
Chiefs
probably
minus
put as Chiefs.
2.
Assuming
I said
Mahomes
2 every
plays.
guess.
All signs are. I mean, it's never 2. It's either 1.5 or 2.5.
Yeah, I think if Mahomes is ready and rolling, it's 2.5, and I would lean towards the Broncos.
it is 2.5. And Mahomes looks more ready to play in that game than Knicks does right now.
Okay.
Did we miss any of the games?
I think-
Baltimore at Indy, we did that one.
Chargers is such a big spread. Oh my god.
Oh, Cleveland at Jacksonville is a game.
I
that's
feel
happening
good
as
though.
well.
Okay, week 1.
Cleveland at Jacksonville, Jags by 5.5.
Do you have that one in front of you, Jared?
I didn't want to play my old coach, Tim.
Well, good luck.
One.
I do. I have to.
What if you got to play New Orleans week 1?
Ooh, Jags by 7.5.
That could be it.
Makes sense.
So who's in the running to be quarterback for the Colts?
Daniel Jones.
Daniel Jones, if he's healthy,
There's no way he's going to be healthy.
Well, I'm sure they signed someone who's escaped us.
I mean, he got hurt before Mahomes got hurt.
Yeah, but he tore his
Yeah,
Achilles.
but if Rodgers was
Yeah,
healthy in
that's
like
true.
3 months, then Jones will probably be healthy.
So it's going to be Anthony Richardson, Sonor, or Riley Leonard.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
isn't Richardson getting traded?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe they'll
prob-
bring Philip Rivers, his corpse, back out. They tried that last year.
Maybe
Went out
Le-
again.
Yeah, maybe Leonard. Okay. All right.
Chargers schedule?
Whatever you want to do. You're the producing host. I'm just
Yeah,
sitting
give
here.
it to me. There's a few things I'm curious about. You guys have had this fucking running joke for a few years. So now I'm gonna have to go to Bills Chargers in the new stadium. It's gonna cost me a fucking fortune. I'm gonna have to get up off my couch, drive to fucking Buffalo.
My biggest question is where will the Chargers play at Las Vegas? Because I know
Thanks
that's
to
Jeff's
you
favorite
guys.
Question.
Okay. Chargers schedule. You ready? And I want your win and loss. Just win or
Okay,
loss.
fine. I don't like playing this game, but I just want the people to know this is now the beginning of it. This is gonna be a long fucking year, and anything other than an AFC title game to me is just gonna be a disappointment, assuming the health. Won 11 games last year without our team strength, and I'm expecting them to go to the AFC title game. So my expectations are high. From experience on this show, when any of our expectations are high, usually ends up in the funnier, more entertaining, my biggest freakouts. I get the most angry. I
wanna
start
hear the
losing my
schedule?
shit. So get
Do you
ready
have
for
the
that
times
this year.
and like networks just so
No,
you know what a primetime
no.
game is.
No. I'll tell you if it's a primetime game or not.
Okay.
How about that?
All right. Let's go.
Home against Arizona week 1.
1-0.
Home against Vegas in week 2.
2-0.
Week 3 at the Bills, early game.
First Sunday game at the new stadium because the Thursday nighter is the opener for the Bills the week before. So you get the
You have
Bills
no
on a mini
idea
bye.
how much that's going to cost me.
Bills
the
on a
first
mini.
Sunday afternoon in the new stadium,
Yeah, and Bills coming off a mini bye.
and the Bills are off a bye. I
Mini
hate
bye.
this. My wife is probably happy because the weather will still be nice, but she wants to go with like 8 people. Like she thinks though everyone is going to this fucking game.
Sounds like they are.
Leave me at home. Okay. I like, just for respect, 2-1.
Week 4 at Seahawks.
Oof, that's travel. At Buffalo, at Seattle, back-to-back weeks. Oof.
Well, we have to go home, you dork.
Yeah, still.
Also, Mexico City, far closer to Seattle than New England.
Okay.
Once we're in LA, it's not a long trip to Seattle. So I don't like that. A lot of travel, Tim, would be like East Coast and then somewhere else. That's not a lot of travel. That's fine. No team scares me as long as my tackles are there, but I don't need to give myself a win here. Our schedule's hard, but I'm going to give myself some other wins. I don't need this one.
Week 5, home Denver.
I mean, it's an automatic win, especially if I just lost 2 in a row.
Week 6 at Chiefs.
Oof, what a gauntlet.
Yeah, it's a pretty tough schedule.
Seahawks.
Yeah, we
really
play
easy
the
games
West
to
and the South, so
Yeah.
but they've got we all play the same hard games. I
2
don't
tomato
care.
cans and then 4 like really tough games.
Win.
4-2. Week 7 bye.
It's not late enough.
Well, you get a bye week and then you're at the Rams.
Have I played on primetime yet?
No.
Win.
Chargers are crushing it right now. 5-2. Next week, home Houston.
Oh, loss.
Monday Night Football in week number 10 at the Ravens.
Fun. Loss.
Nothing but gauntlet teams after those first 2 games. Oh my goodness.
Well, week
Yeah,
11.
We play the NFC West in our own division.
Week 11, home Jets.
Good spot. Get off the mat.
Week number 12, Jeff. Sunday Night Football at home against the Patriots.
Win.
Week 13 at the Buccaneers.
Where are we before the Patriot game?
At home against the Jets. Like a bye
Okay,
week.
win.
Following Tampa at Vegas in week 14.
Win.
Oh, this is a Thursday night football game at home against the 49ers.
Oof.
Loss. That. You see? That. They let the 49ers go to fucking Australia. Do you know why? Because they just, we'll go back to SoFi for a different game. Invasion.
They
You
actually
think the Raiders invaded? Oh my God. Like, people make fun of the Chargers no fans. They use the Raider games as an example. And I'm like, the Raider games do not even come close to what those 49ers at Rams games look like. Yeah, whatever. Let's just, you know what? Let's just take a knee at the 50. Don't give them what they want.
6-3 Montreal. Then the
How many
49
weeks? Where the fuck are we?
We're in week 15. Of note, the 49ers play the Rams the week before playing you guys. Throwing that out there.
Okay.
Week 16, Jeff, at Miami.
With a little extra rest. Win. Yeah.
Week
What
7.
date? What's the date on that? Do you have dates?
No, I just have weeks.
That would be
Okay,
the
sometimes
that
the
would be-
weeks have a
that-
date
it's-
beside
it's-
them.
it's-
You don't have
it's-
to. You don't have to
it's-
make it like I asked for you to cook
I
me a
mean,
meal.
Tim's asking
I'm
me
just
about
curious.
TV
I'd like to
networks for
go.
each of these fucking games. I'm just looking at a grid.
That would
okay?
be your
Sometimes
that's
the
your
grids
birthday,
have a
Jeff.
fucking like 12, 17, 26 beside it. That's all. It wasn't a hard thing.
That would be on your birthday. 20th of December is a Sunday, and that's week
Look at
15.
that. Thank you, Tim.
It says it's in December.
Yeah, but it's the 20th is the Sunday, and the last week of the year is the 10th. So if you move backwards 4 weeks, you get to the 20th.
Oh shit! I might be in San Diego next Christmas though. Fuck. Oh, poor Fienberg.
Yeah, nothing's coming up you here at all. Week
Yeah,
17,
shed a tear. We're okay. We got a couple left.
home Chiefs.
Loss.
And then at Denver, week 18.
Win.
11-6.
Okay, if I got to do it again, I'd probably rein one back. But yeah, I'm not afraid of anybody. I'm not saying I don't think we're the best, but there's not a team in the league that like scares me, maybe other than the Seattle Seahawks. Not a team. None of the teams in the division, they could beat me on any day. None of them scare me. They just don't. They just don't. So I'll wake up never scared, and I'll lose a lot of games, I think.
December 27th
is week 16. So that game is week 16.
Week 16.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay,
shit. So
Week 15 is the 20th.
the game after the Miami game, where's that one? What's that one?
After the Miami game is at home against Kansas City the first week of January.
Be the 3rd, yeah.
I'm really confused. So I might be in San Diego, and they won't be there at all. And when was I in? Okay, I gotta look at
Don't
things.
worry.
Like,
We're
when
going to
am
go
I-
to Buffalo and see them, so it'll be okay.
They're staying
Now
home.
that you just read it to me, I can, I guess, just stare at it on paper in front of my face. Motherfucker.
Well, we're almost that time to go through the Giants schedule.
I don't want to go through the Giants schedule.
You can give them wins and losses and be fair. I mean, let's see how many primetime games they actually have, because they do start the season with the 2. The New York 1, 2, 3, 4. They have
Oh, we're
4.
not. Okay, whatever. I don't have to go to that cesspool, LA. Go Spencer Pratt, though. Okay, yeah, I guess I'm not going to LA.
I find it really weird that you don't like going to LA. I love going to LA. Like
Oh.
one of my favorite things.
People like to visit.
Yeah, but
They
here's the
don't-
thing: you
want
don't leave San Diego to go to LA, which is
What
better
the fuck
than
would I,
LA.
why would I
people
want to
in-
go to San Diego? I'm not
People-
900
I'll just tell you
years
this.
old.
People in San Diego don't go to LA without a fucking good reason, and there aren't many these days.
Yeah, to like hang.
Go to Universal Studios.
Is Universal Studios in LA?
No,
think
it's in like probably Anaheim or
Well,
Orange
County.
there.
Close enough.
Well, one of them is in Los Angeles County. The other one's in Orange County.
Well, the Los Angeles Angels play in Orange County. Okay.
The Los Angeles, yeah, that's
And the
Disney.
Ducks
That's
play
where
there.
Disney is.
those aren't LA
Anaheim.
teams.
Disney's for
Well,
sure.
the LA Angels are.
They aren't.
They're called Los Angeles.
They live. My uncle lives in Huntington, in south of there.
It's not like the Toronto Rock,
Oh,
who
that's
play all their
just
games in
horrible.
Hamilton.
What?
You know, just poor me. That's all.
You gotta
Particularly
tell
after
the
you-
people what's
particularly
going on.
after you have to pay for all those tickets.
No,
for
I'm
the
just
first
like, me,
Sunday
as
game.
you know, I usually just swap between Palm Beach and San Diego, and the schedule is going to drop in a way in which I'm in San Diego, and the Chargers are going to be in Miami. And what can you do? That's
Yeah, think
just
how
that's
cheap
just
those
the way the
tickets would be
cookie.
too.
That's just the way the cookie crumbles.
You ready for the Jets?
Yes, I am so ready.
All right. Can you cue it up, Jared? Right after the break.
Oh,
Schedule.
Starting something new is terrifying. Trust me, when I launched the Pat Mayo experience, there was a whole lot of, what if nobody listens? But I didn't care about that because it's me, and I have the utmost confidence, probably incorrectly, about myself most of the time. Sometimes you just gotta take the shot. And if you're starting a business online now, Shopify makes it way easier than it was back then. Shopify is the commerce platform behind millions of businesses worldwide, and they give you everything in one place: website templates, payment processing, inventory management, marketing tools, hell, even AI features that'll help write product descriptions and improve your product photos. Plus, that iconic Shop Pay button that has the best converting checkout on the planet. So fewer abandoned carts and more sales. Turn those what ifs into with Shopify today. Sign up for your $1 per month trial at shopify.com/PatMayo. That's shopify.com/PatMayo. With the warm months approaching, I'd rather spend my time planning a vacation than stressing about whether I can afford to do it or not. So, I've been getting my finances organized now instead of waiting until the damage is done. Monarch is the personal finance app that tracks everything: accounts, investments, savings, goals, and spending. Get your first year of Monarch Core for half off, just $50 with promo code PatMayo. What I like about Monarch is it catches stuff before it becomes a problem. The AI recap flagged a spending spike for me, and the cash flow tool showed exactly where my money was disappearing every single month. Now, should I have known that when I was spending the money? Probably, but hey, when you're spending money, sometimes you forget things. Use code PATMAYO at monarch.com to get your first year of Monarch Core half off at just $50. That's 50% off your first year at monarch.com with code PATMAYO. I've been trying to simplify my wardrobe just a bit, especially when it comes to what I wear every single day. I want clothes that are comfortable, easy to throw on, but since it's me, I still need to look sharp enough to be like, hey, that looks good. Because I need the approval of other people, as I know a lot of people do. That's why I've been wearing a lot more Quince lately. Their spring lineup is loaded with staples, linen shirts and shorts starting at just $34, soft cotton tees and pants that somehow feel relaxed, while still looking polished. And the best part? Quince cuts out the middleman, so you're getting premium materials for 50 to 80% less than similar brands. Refresh your every day with luxury you'll actually use. Head to quince.com/mayo for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. Now available in Canada, too. That's QUINCE.com/mayo for free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/mayo. Underdog's expanding the game. You already know their player picks. Pick higher or lower on player stats. Today, Underdog prediction markets are live in 25 states. Back your squad with spreads, handicap for closer game, or totals, higher lower combined score, combined with player picks for bigger payouts. New customers play $5 on fantasy, get $75 in fantasy bonus entries. Code Mayo. Team picks, player picks, all on Underdog. Jets schedule. Although the Cardinals have a run from week 5 to week 13 where they go Goff, Stafford, Bo Nix, Dak, Darnold, Stafford, Mahomes, Jaden Daniels, Jalen Hurts as opponents.
That's pretty rough. They're not doing them any favors. Jeff's completed his part of the job. He's just not. He's just here now.
All right, you got to.
Well, no, now it's like deep diving. I'm trying to figure out who's got extra rest before, like I am.
Yeah.
I am like in the guts. You know what I mean? Like I'm in the fucking guts. I'm running a prostate exam on the fucking thing. That's
He's got
just how
2
my
minutes
brain
and
works.
15 seconds ish.
Unless he wants to watch along with Tim.
He could.
All right, the Jets schedule release video. Hit it.
Oh, the paints that I like. Remember I told you how I love on the TikTok, they do the paint mixings. Oh, I love it. It's like they made it for me.
Titans. Week 2.
Nice. Yeah.
You got to give us the win totals here, Tim.
1-0. Oh, Packers 1-1. Oh, that Lions 1-2. Oh God, that's gonna be the Vikings, is it? Or Ravens? Bears 2-2.
Oh, no respect for Caleb, huh? You know what? Cut this video. This video is fucking terrible.
Yeah, this sucks.
This is
Honestly,
terrible.
these are the-
cut it.
read
Cut
them.
it.
These
Yeah,
are the
I'm gonna
TikToks that I legit watch.
You go out of your way to spend personal time watching videos like that?
I love those TikToks where like they mix colors together. You have to guess what the name of the new color is. Yeah, I do. It's part of my algo. It's very difficult. But like sometimes it's like, it's just a generic name, you get it. But sometimes it's like, oh, rustic red. Like, oh, I wouldn't have guessed that.
Well, there's one thing you didn't see in there. So week 1 at Titans.
Week 1 at Titans, that's a win for the Jets.
At home against the Packers.
Yeah, I still think that's a Packers win.
At Lions.
That's a Lions win.
At Bears. You already gave them a win for that.
Yeah, 2-2.
Home against Cleveland.
Home Cleveland 3-2.
At New England.
At New England.
Week 6.
Yeah.
And let's see here. What is New England coming off of? New England will be having played Vegas the week before.
3-3. A loss.
Really? You think they're going to lose to the Patriots?
At least once. Yeah, the AFC champions after all.
Home Miami, week 7.
4-3.
Home Vegas.
5-3.
At Chiefs.
5-4.
Home Buffalo.
5-5.
Really?
Yeah, I'm just being realistic here. We still have our flaws.
You just said they had the best skill
We
players
might get him
in
at the
football.
end. I'm hoping we get him on the last week of the year and it's like flexed into prime time. It's like for the division. That's what I'm hoping.
Well, with this record, it's not going to be for the division where you got them going right now.
5-5.
At Chargers.
Sorry, 6-5.
At Miami.
7-5.
So you got Miami where you wanted them, the end of November.
Yeah, that's good.
If you're 500 for the Chargers game or better, that's after week 10, I'll come watch it with you.
Okay. I haven't heard bye yet.
Bye week 13.
Oh, I like the late bye.
Now, they play at home against Denver, coming off the bye week, and Denver is at home against Miami the week before.
So it's not quite coming off a bye, although in some ways it is. That's fine, though. That meets my criteria, but I'm going to give the Broncos that game.
Really?
Yeah.
At Arizona.
Win.
Home New England, week 16.
Win.
Home Vikings, week 17.
Win.
At Bills, week 18.
What's my record? Because that depends on how I pick that game.
You have them at 8-8 right now.
8-8. Yeah, that gets us over Mount 500. Give me the W.
So you don't actually have that. You have them at 11-6.
No, see, now I want to change my pick.
No, you don't get to know. You get to look at each game objectively. 11-6 is where you're. So what was it before when we did this, Jeff? 9-8, I think.
Like 10-7, maybe.
And honestly, I gave some losses. I wasn't totally convinced they're going to lose it.
Like
I'm
what?
Not gonna lie. I'm not so sure we're going to lose that opener against the Packers at home. I'm not convinced. And if Klubnik is playing as well as some people say he's going to play.
Oh my god!
Hey Tim, you know our game.
Why can't he be my Dak Prescott? Why can't he be my Brock Purdy?
I got good news for you. Jets Chargers. The Chargers play on their Monday in Baltimore the week before that game.
Beaten up and short rest and coming to
short. There you go, buddy.
Come play. Then we go to you, right? And we play in Tinseltown. That's okay. I'm not saying he's going to play great, but if he's
this is your new guy now.
What's
his name?
Klubnik.
Klubnik, Clemson.
So this is he better or worse than potential future Hall of Famer Christian Hackenberg?
Well, better because I think he'll probably play a snap in the NFL. I'm not putting any stock into things too much.
Really? You're talking about
seen
a backup quarterback who reeks.
I haven't. Well, you don't.
The club.
You don't know that.
Well, who's better, the club that you still use on your car, or this guy?
Nor about the club from GoldenEye. He could be like our version of the club.
You don't hit people with the club. The club is a gun in GoldenEye.
He could be the club. So, I'm cautiously optimistic. We'll see how the OTAs go. I'll see some throws in practice. Maybe give him some run in the preseason. I still think it's Gino's job to lose. But Gino's old, so if Klubnik plays great, we have the Titans week 1. That's not a terrible game to ease a rookie into if that's the way you were going. Not a terrible game to ease yourself into. Yeah. Again, Jeff has done his service for the show. He's now getting himself medically prepared for the season.
I'm crushed.
Not a sick, but you know what's frustrating? Some of those games are intriguing. Couldn't you have made one of those a Thursday night game? Couldn't you have made one of them a Sunday night game? I don't know. I think you could. Week 4, you could have made Jets Bears a Sunday night game. Those are two huge markets. Even if they're 1-2 and 2-1, people are still going to watch that game. They still do huge numbers.
3 of the first 4 on the road.
Yeah, well, I figured that because you mentioned a lot of backloaded games late, which is frustrating because that it's when we're good. I want that. But when we're bad, I want home games early to get us some confidence. So it is what it's not. You know what? There are parts of the schedule that frustrate me to no end, starting with the Titans, no primetime games, but no end.
Show this to the people first. We could go to me. Can we see that on the screen?
No, that's mean. That's mean. Look, I'll tell you what, so what I will say about this upcoming season is that if you start the season against the Titans, the only team that was worse, one of the only teams that was as bad as you last year, I don't know if you can really have a week 1 hinge game, but it kind of feels like Titans week 1 is a hinge game for the season. It really does. Because if you're going to do anything in 2026, you can't lose to the Titans in week 1.
The Titans are good. You picked the Titans to win the division last year.
You got to win that game. You've got to have it.
The Patriots lost the Raiders last year.
In week 1.
Yeah.
Look what they did.
Yeah. Well, Patriots are a guy who almost won MVP.
You don't realize it, but you have diminished hinge games so much. Where you have chosen to use it.
You don't think that this is a crucial game?
Calling week 17 games team Super Bowls and shit. You've lost the plot on the true meaning of some of these.
You
things.
don't think week 1 against a team that's at your level isn't a must-win game if you're going to have?
It's a huge game, but your friend across the aisle just pointed out to you the Raiders beat the Patriots on the road last year. Week 1.
Yeah,
week 1 is arguably. Once you get into the middle of October, week 1 is irrelevant.
I don't know. I would say going back to last year, your win in week 1 set an entire tone for who the Chiefs would or wouldn't be and who you would be. I think that game had reverberations for the whole season.
No, the Chargers had Alt in that game.
But like you set it up that the Chiefs were not going to be this unbeatable juggernaut, and that you were going to be a competitive team for the playoffs, and that's what came to pass.
I wish we could play the Chiefs week 1. I want to kick them in the dick right away.
No, you wanted the Cardinals. You get the Cardinals.
No, but I wanted the Cardinals once I had an option of like 4 or 5.
Honestly,
and
you better come out of week 2 2-0. 1-1 is a disaster for you because you
Here's
have
the thing.
just
I agree
monsters
with
after
you.
that.
I agree with you, but it's like you can drop a game and then you just win a game you're not expected to win. And I think the Chargers I agree. You got to start, but like I don't care where we drop them. There's not a game other than Seattle that
If Klubnik is good, there's not a game I'm worried about.
The Chargers schedule is so hard, but every game is going to be like a field goal spread. So let's go.
As the chat points out, Jeff is right. We have to limit the amount of Super Bowls the Jets can play in this year.
Especially if you got them winning 11 games. You can't play the Super Bowl until somewhere.
No, that's fair. But that week 1 game is a huge game. Like that's massive. Like that's going to have all my attention.
I agree also because of how like the dark clouds that will instantly form around your head coach if he loses to Robert Saleh. So it's a very layered football game for the Jets. I'll give you that.
Will they have an interception in week 1?
Oh, God, I hope so.
Yes.
Wouldn't it be great if we picked Cam Ward off like that first series? Oh, boy.
What are your thoughts on Cam Ward?
You know, I actually think Cam Ward, given that he had no help last year, did about as well as you could hope that anyone who isn't like an all-time superstar quarterback could do.
What did they even do this offseason, the Titans?
Wendell Robinson?
Yeah, and they drafted who in the first round?
A receiver.
Yeah, so that
they
helps.
got Carnell Tate at number 4.
So, I mean, I feel as good about him going into this year as I felt last year, and I think he's got a very good coach. Like, Saleh's a good defensive coach, and Dable's a good offensive coordinator. Like, I think the Titans have put into place the types of pieces you'd need to put in place if Cam's going to be good. So, no reason to be any less or more optimistic about him than last year. I don't think you can feel a write-off about him.
Jeff?
If you had to if you had to do the Jets season today, where would you have them? Like divisional round, AFC title game? Like you just gave 11 wins.
Give me a wild card game and I'll lose it and that'll be okay. That's a building block.
You'd be so upset.
No, I wouldn't. I've been in the playoffs.
You'd be screaming.
Just to get that off.
We did a
screen.
Monday Night Football watch along against the Dolphins last year, and the Dolphins killed them. He just claimed the entire game that the game was rigged against the Jets.
Well, it was.
Tim, I know. While it will be hard to say that when you're actually in it, I know exactly what you mean. Like if the Jets actually got playoff reps in this season, it's almost like the Panthers playoff reps last year.
Get me off of that screen that says the longest North American playoff drought week after week. Just get me off that schedule.
What are your odds? Do you even know your odds to make the playoffs? Because
No,
we're
they're
actually
probably like
having
plus
this
800.
conversation as if it's real, and that maybe is more humorous, but it's kind of
I bet you their odds
ridiculous.
are no worse than what the Patriots' odds were last year preseason. They had the 4th pick in the draft and they were terrible.
No, they had a quarterback and a coach.
They had the same quarterback that they had the year previous.
Yeah, but people expected him to get better.
Showed great signs.
Just saying, I bet you their odds are like plus 800, plus 750, something like that.
Question for you, Jeff. Do you think it's more likely the Jets are 7-5 in that Week 13 game, or that Klubnik is backing up Bailey Zappi for the Jets at that point?
I don't think the Jets are going to be 7-5. I told Tim if they're 500 or better when we play in Week 11, assuming the Chargers are good, because I'm not flying out there for some 3-win Charger team. I'll come watch what Tim will call a hinge afternoon with you.
Nikki in the chat asks, who is your preseason MVP pick for the Jets?
I'm hoping Klubnik. That's who I'm picking.
Someone else has said he's not good enough to be the preseason MVP.
And maybe he isn't. Look, I'm not going into this with any illusions. He was drafted in the 4th round for a reason. But Jeff likes to put out that meme of that pastor who says, I've seen what you've done for other people, and I want you to do it for me. Like, I've seen what you've done with Dak Prescott, and I've seen what you've done with Brock Purdy, and now I want you to do it for me, please. I've had all these first-round quarterbacks who have floundered. Can I please have a little bit of that dew of mercy?
Pat, the worst thing that could actually happen to the Jets is Klubnik is fine, but he's not like actually good. And they win too many games, and it's like maybe he's good, but in the end, he's like not very good.
He's like Tyler.
So
Shuck.
it's like the Jets just attach themselves to a guy for a couple of years whose ceiling is limited, but he sort of had this rocket ship start that Tim, glazes. And
imagine
then
if I get to use
3 years of quicksand.
Imagine if he is decent and I get to use 3 first-round picks next year. And not one of them on a quarterback, not having to trade up. I get to deposit 3 more first-round picks into this team if he's decent. Do you understand what a jackpot that is?
Jets Reddit loves the schedule.
When
14 1 p.m. games, 2 4 p.m. games.
I do like that. I like
example of a rookie quarterback in the last few years, like not as good as Shuck last year. Like what sort of level of play from a rookie are you saying decent?
Yeah, like if you give me what Tyler Shuck had, I would take that.
Oh my God.
He won Rookie of the Year, didn't he?
See, if you get what Shuck got, you're not using you're not using any first rounders. But
give me Derek Carr's rookie season.
Is you're gonna get like a level below that and think you have Shuck, and then it's just gonna create a problem if you feel where I'm fear mongering.
It's possible.
Klubnik or Dart? Who would you rather have?
Well, I don't want Dart. I don't think Dart's any good. So I would take the complete gamble of Klubnik over Dart.
When was the last time the Jets didn't have a primetime game?
A couple years ago, for sure.
No, they would have had at least a standalone. I don't remember not having one in the recent.
1981.
There you go.
This is disrespectful.
It is. It's a slap in the face. But you know what? Bulletin board material.
The Jets got all those games when Rodgers was going to be great.
Pat,
I get it.
So never again.
Sports.
Give me a Thursday.
I know sports. When the teams, even when they're bad, when you are in those markets, name the league. Like you're still you're glazed something on the grid. A team in New York isn't glazed even a Thursday
but there are 2 other New
York
York teams that you can put into those spots. One of them is good and the other one's the Giants.
Yeah, but even when the Mets are bad, they get Sunday Night Baseball
before
sometimes.
The Jets are like, let's say the Jets are a dumpster fire. You just give them a week 3 Thursday nighter.
Yes, exactly.
Like, this isn't complicated scheduling.
No, the Jets have become the Raptors. The Raptors don't get any primetime games on NBC or anything. That's the Jets now.
That is so embarrassing for the Jets.
It's an insult.
If that's how the office in their own neighborhood
like
thinks of them.
Whatever. I like that. It's not a terrible schedule. There are some tough games in there because we have to play the NFC North, and all 4 of those teams are quality opponents. And but it's a 4th place schedule. It's not the easiest 4th place schedule, but you know what? The Bills are going to have somewhat of a down year. Dolphins are a disaster. The Patriots are in a glass case of emotion. So 10, 11 wins. That's enough.
Can I tell you guys what really fucked the Chargers? Like really looking at this schedule, which is so hard. So the Denver's won the division. The Chargers came in second. We all have to play the East. But our crossover situation, Houston's probably better than Jacksonville. They're probably a scarier opponent. Did the Jags win the division, right?
Yes.
So then the Houston got slotted 2. That's a crossover. Pittsburgh wins the North. So Baltimore slots into the 2. So this is the 2, right. Matt. The 2 crossovers really are hurting me compared to the Denver's 1 crossovers. I know Tim knows what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm, I do.
Yeah, both of those matchups are harder than the division winners. So fuck off, Denver. Congratulations. I'm playing Baltimore.
You're looking exasperated.
Pittsburgh.
You knew it's not every time we do this show.
I have this look
is what
at
we
the
talk
end
about.
of each of these shows when you guys really start digging in here and just.
I don't think I'm digging in. This doesn't take much critical thinking.
We didn't used to do this show, and we would just do this in the thread.
Easier crossovers.
And then you said, well, let's do a show about this. And we started doing this show several years ago. And this show is exactly Jeff and I being nerds about the schedule.
You're not being nerds. You're being fucking Alex Jones about the schedule.
That's fine.
No, it's not. That is not fine.
And I don't think, I agree with you, but I think you are taking a legitimate, oh, that's frustrating, and claiming it as an insane, point of reference to point out that Denver's 2 crossovers are the Jags and the Steelers for winning the division, and for coming in second, my crossovers are Houston and Baltimore.
Maybe
I don't like
maybe you
that's
should have
just
won the
generic
division.
Ball knowledge, like knowing that's not like crazy
maybe just win the
schedule
division,
breaking
then this doesn't happen to you. Maybe don't be so shit.
down. We won 11 games without our strength. We tried. We
Yeah.
didn't. Bo Nix, they luck sacked that giant. The amount of fucking shit that went their way last year. I'm sorry, I couldn't keep up.
Honestly, the Chiefs crossover opponents of Colts and Bengals is probably harder than what the Broncos get.
Yeah, it's you can't control it. I love the league scheduling. There's a competitive balance. It's pretty freaking fair, but there's a couple cracks and it breaks for the Broncos. Congratulations. You know, like Seattle just won the Super Bowl and their two competitors are starting the season in Australia. I mean, what a break for Seattle.
It's a good break.
I don't like that they put the Patriots in that first game. I have to say.
Why?
I think that's bad use of resources.
Why?
Well, NBC just had that game, and it
did great ratings.
It was a rout, and there were better options to use. That a Super Bowl rematch doesn't have the juice.
The Bears, but
I thought the Bears too. That had far more cachet than the Patriots Seahawks, which just doesn't really have that. Yeah, it's a game, but like, how excited are you for an interconference game that's a rematch of a Super Bowl that was a rout? I don't know. It just seems like of the options they had, that one isn't very juicy. I don't love it. That's like a Week 8 Sunday Night Football game. Not opener. Not the lid lifter.
You're going to star in America's favorite TV show and then just be, prancing around locking fingers. Now you're going to be doing Week 1.
I guess that's the juice. That's the juice of the Week 1. Is
I hope by then it's sort of okay. Obviously, it might have to be addressed there, and I'm sure fans will like be chirping them from like whatever drunk fans. But I hope by Week 1 I enjoy it. I hope by Week 1 it is over. God willing.
What are the odds there's Rossini cutouts in the stands?
150%.
Like those big heads.
Like
every fan base is going to take their punch, right? Tim, like you get how this works.
Oh, yeah.
Even if it's an old story, if you're a fan in X City, well, this is you haven't had your turn yet. So
will NBC show that though?
Their turn.
I wonder if NBC would show any of those cutouts. I bet they wouldn't.
They probably wouldn't.
The best thing that came out of it was the when there was that old picture of them that got spotted when she was pregnant and they were going onto the boat. That was one thing, but then someone released, and there's an even older clip of the two of them, and it's from like Madden 2000.
Yes,
I was like, this is great. This is just great.
Or he's
stuff.
like interviewing somebody on the sidelines, like Madden 96 or something. That's great.
Yeah, the internet did good work there. I don't know.
I love the paint.
NBC should hire Rossini for one game only.
My goodness.
Now let's go down to the field, talk to the head coaches. How much do you think it would cost, Jeff, if like Rossini's out of a job, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Make her a sideline reporter for Week 1 to interview Vrabel. How much do you think you would have to pay her? Would $1 million do it?
Vrabel would take
probably.
the fine.
And I got to tell you, we don't need to do GMZ, but it does seem like both spouses are hanging around, which allows the thing that I love, the tentacle that I love the most about this story to get a bit of flame. Like if it was a spouse who hired a private investigator, they are looking for like the juice for leverage in the settlement or to embarrass a spouse. I don't think if you want to like embarrass your spouse, you want to like stay with them as you publicly shame them. So it makes my brain think neither of the spouses hired the PI. And like I love the meme of the old woman in Game of Thrones.
Tell him it was me.
Yeah, it's Miss Amy from the Titans. Like, tell him it was me.
I still wouldn't put it past my organization to be involved.
Oh yeah, Woody's sons would be on the Who Shot Mr. Burns guest list.
Yeah.
What if they had just hired Gene Parmesan to follow them around? Gene! All right, that's probably enough.
Or Mr. Bill.
I'll close by saying you read me the Chargers schedule, and I couldn't imagine that it wasn't one of the 5 hardest in the league. But Warren Sharp and his plethora of that stuff, It's not the hardest schedule it's not even a hardest 5 schedule.
Isn't Chicago the hardest?
No, Arizona has the hardest.
You just described that gauntlet of quarterbacks.
Well, I also don't like how I don't know if Warren Sharp is doing this or not, but so many people point to like, well, because you know what teams the other teams are playing. They're like, well, based off last year's schedule, here are the hardest ones. What the fuck does that have to do with anything?
Exactly.
Why wouldn't you just look at the win totals from this year?
2 teams that went to the Super Bowl weren't even in the playoffs the year before. Yeah, like win totals this year is a better metric.
The win total is definitely the better way than last year's win-loss.
Yeah, and the win totals aren't going to be super accurate either, but I feel like you're directionally in a better spot there.
100% agree.
You really think the Patriots are going 14-3 again?
No, of course not.
So,
God, I hope not.
They're saying, because your division, Tim, you guys play you play the NFC North, the AFC West.
Yep.
Yeah, it's pretty hard.
No, we don't play the whole West because we do have the Chiefs. I forgot. Yeah, we have the Chiefs.
No, we play a full crossover.
That's right.
East-West this year.
You know what? I'm glad this is the year we're doing it when we're not supposed to like win a championship this season. Wait till next year. Give me the South next year.
All right. That'll do it. Back talking football every week now.
No,
we're going to do the
We
Jets
both
schedule
picked
every
11
week.
and 6, Pat.
That's true. First round wild card matchup right here.
We're almost that meme of if that's what the schedule finishes. Jeff looking at the cliff, really sad, going, "We went 11 and 6," and me looking at the sunny side of the bus, saying, "We went 11 and 6."
Next week, actually, we have Cut Sweat Live tomorrow. If you want more of the three of us, we have a Cuss Corner with me, you, and Garion that is coming out when I'm away, and a Judge Cuss with the three of us. That'll be coming up probably the next day after I'm away. So the Monday and Tuesday that week, if people are looking for more content from us. Thanks for hanging with us live for like 2.5 hours. We'll be back for like 3 hours tomorrow on the network if you want just unfiltered chatter while we're watching golf. It's a good time if you've never checked it out. Even if you hate golf, be there anyway, all right? We'll see you next time. You know what? Maybe sweep your series. Not a problem.